The country is in mourning today, following two mass shootings just 13 hours apart. The back-to-back attacks claimed the lives of at least 29 people. It happened first in El Paso, Texas, at a Walmart, and then in Dayton, Ohio, outside of a bar. We're now getting a look at some of the victims. In Texas, at least 20 people were killed and 26 others were hurt. The Justice Department says it's being treated as domestic terrorism, and a suspect is in custody. In Dayton, Ohio yesterday, at least 9 people were killed and 27 injured. The gunman was killed by police less than a minute after he began shooting. This was the 251st mass shooting in the U.S. this year alone, and Sunday was the 216th day of the year. The FBI released a statement last night saying that the FBI remains concerned about U.S.-based domestic violent extremists could become inspired by these and previous high-profile attacks to engage in similar acts of violence. And the president is expected to speak on the shootings today. Yesterday, he said hate has no place in our country. So here on CBSN AM, we have live team coverage from around the country. Our Chris Martinez is in El Paso, Texas. Natalie Brand is in Dayton, Ohio, and Laura Podesta is here in New York with me. We're going to begin, though, with you, Chris, in El Paso, Texas. Chris, the attack at the Walmart there is the 8th worst mass shooting in modern American history. What do we know about a motive? Because we're getting a little bit of an inkling as to why this person may have done this.
That's right, Anne-Marie. In fact, investigators believe that this accused shooter was targeting Hispanic people, and they believe he made the nearly 10-hour drive from his home near Dallas, Texas, all the way here to El Paso because of this city's large Hispanic population. This morning, people continue to gather at a memorial just outside this Walmart. They are here to pay their respects to the victims as the city now turns its focus towards healing.
Officials are promising swift and certain justice in the mass shooting at an El Paso Walmart on Saturday.
The state charge is capital murder, and so he is eligible for the death penalty. We will seek the death penalty.
The attack is being investigated as a hate crime and domestic terrorism. Police say the suspect, 21-year-old Patrick Crucius, allegedly uploaded an anti-immigrant manifesto online just minutes before the shooting.
The first victims were outside the Walmart, a girls' soccer team fundraising with their parents and coaches.
And then he came walking towards us to make sure we all got shot again.
These two men helped some of them get to safety.
I found one of them. She was shot in her legs. We pulled her out with one of the Sam's carts, and we got her out of there to an ambulance.
Glendon Oakley is a U.S. soldier who was nearby when the shooting unfolded.
I did that because that's what I was trained to do.
He ran towards the gunfire and started scooping up children running in the parking lot.
I'm more focused on the families that were lost and the kids that died and the people that died.
Among those who lost their lives inside the store, Jordan and Andre Anchondo. Jordan apparently shielded her 2-month-old son from the gunfire.
I'd give my life and trade for hers. She had 3 babies she needed to raise.
Police say the Walmart was at capacity on Saturday, full of back-to-school shoppers.
So, Chris, this is Texas. People carry guns. What was the security like at Walmart on that day?
Well, Walmart is telling us that there was no armed security at this store the day of the shooting. But they do tell us that all of the employees here, every last one of them, had undergone active shooter training. So there was at least some sense of how to react when this was happening, and that's why we saw a lot of the employees rushing to get a lot of the customers out of harm's way.
And we know that the suspect is in custody. Remarkably, in many of these cases, the suspect sort of dies in the midst of this whole thing, but there's actually a suspect in custody. When will he be in court?
Yeah, that's right. In fact, he surrendered rather peacefully to police here. We do know that he could be in court for his first appearance at some point today. Investigators are telling us that he is cooperating with them, and Anne-Marie, they say he is answering all of their questions.
Well, I suppose that's good, but I don't think anything he says could really explain his actions here. You know, we always ask about a motive, but at the end of the day, I don't think a motive will really give us any more light as to why anyone would do something like this. But Chris, thank you very much.